very popular variant of both the stone goat and the clan chief. So it combines the popularity of both flags into one. So I'm just going to add my thread on as always, and for the tag of the flag I'm going to use a bit of silver holographic flat tinsel. So I'm just going to bring that on just past the bend of the hook. Okay, then bring my thread back up. And just some touch and turns. Wind this up. Okay, then just a few wraps to secure them. And then we can trim off our excess. Okay, just try and level that body a little bit. Okay, so there's two parts to the tail. The first part is going to be golden pheasant topping. Going to wet it. Okay, and then I'm going to secure that in just a wee bit above the tag first. And then if I'm happy enough with it, I'll continue on down. Okay, I'm happy enough with that, and the length as well, fairly happy with, so good stuff. So that's the first part of the tail. The second part of the tail is going to be floss. So it's fluorescent orange. This is number 5 glow braid. What I've done is I'm just going to fold this over a few times. So probably about 6 or 8 strands by the time you fold it enough. Then I'm going to use the weight of the bobbin to hold it in. And then I'm going to secure that in on top of the topping. Okay. And this is more of a bit of a trigger point, so it's not going to be the length of the normal tail. Just careful that you don't have any of the fibres of the topping whenever you're going to cut. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off my excess for both tails here. I'll try and neaten things up a little bit as we go along. If you wanted, you get a wee bit of Velcro on that, but I'm going to leave it because I don't want to be damaging the topping too much. Then, as we're going back down, we're going to add on our rib. So our rib is going to be silver oval tinsel, and that's going to be secured down underneath. You could use wire as well, it's entirely up to yourself. And then I stop a little bit towards the end, getting ready to put on the dubbing. And you can use any black fur for dubbing, so I'm going to use, this is just genuine seals fur, old stuff. Okay, and I'm just going to dub that on, twisting it in the same direction the whole time, and making sure that it catches that body in, and then do one loop, and then I can really tighten it in. As you can see, creates a bit of an anchor. Okay, so we just bring that up the body every few turns, just adjust if needs be. If you need to add on a little bit of fur, always add in a bit after. Having too much will make the dubbing process very difficult. Okay. And then just going to sweep that back, give us a bit of space. There's quite a few hackles to this fly. Okay, so once you're happy with that there, get 2 cock hackles. So this is red and this is black. And they're both, the fibres are both similar length. They're from obviously different capes, so different length of feather, but the fibres are the same. We're going to add some wax onto our thread. And then I'm going to tie them in at the butt end. Okay, and I can do plenty of turns here, go for the wax thread because I know I can get away with it. This is quite a nice size 8, I think it is. Okay, then just get those 2 feathers and just draw them in your hands until they're until they're extremely close together. Then secure the stalks with your hackle pliers. I always do 2 wraps at the front. That's 1, 2, and then maybe 3 or 4 down. 1, 2, And then as I come up to finish the fourth one, I'm going to bring the silver oval across. Place my hackle pliers down and do 4 or 5 runs of the silver oval up the body, which at the same time will secure in that hackle. Okay. Now then, we just before we cut it off, if you want, you can use a wee bit of Velcro and brush out the dubbing. Just be careful that you don't hit your thread because it will damage it. I could likely cut it off. Okay. Then we're going to trim off our excess. So our excess of our feathers first, and then the feather tips at the end. Okay. Then we just draw out the fibres, draw them back. Make sure that anything going forward is going back. And just neaten up if there's any mess starting up here. Now, the original would have had hen hackle. I'm not going to go for hen hackle. Instead, I'm going to go for, well, I have the black in front anyway, so I'm comfortable enough that it's dark enough. So I'm going to use, the first hackle is going to be guinea fowl dyed red. And I'm going to tie this on at the tip. I'll probably want to get a few turns of this. As always, wax my thread. And then just tie that in at the break of the tip. Draw back the fibres. Get a good secure hold in there. You don't really need to double the fibres because it's soft enough hackle anyway. So you can just use a wet hand. Draw the fibres back. And start turning your hackle. I'm going to just draw out a few more just so there's enough for 2 turns. Okay. I'm going to secure that in. A couple of turns. Trim off my excess, and again I'm going to apply a bit more wax, which will again secure this in further, but also secure my next hackle, which is going to be blue guinea fowl. Okay, so again what I've done is I've exposed the tip, I've broken off the tip basically, and then I use a few fibres to point outwards, and I tie in at that break. Just watch you don't clump too many of the hackle fibres from before. Bring all this back and screw that in. Okay, and then same as before, just wet your hands if it needs to be. And just start winding on that. You could also use jay, you could also use grizzle, blue grizzle. It's entirely up to yourself. I'm going to actually use the hackle pliers for this. This is getting a bit fiddly. Okay, so 1 turn. And 2 turns. A few fibres starting to point forwards. Not ideal, but I'll be able to fix those easy enough. As I draw these back. Okay, so at the same time I'm drawing back those fibres, but I'm also drawing back the stalk at the same time. So it'll give me an extremely secure hold. At the same time I can work up my head. Come in and cut off your stalk. Okay. Build up your head any further if you need to. And then 3 or 4 whip finishes that's your stone goat, folks. Lovely little Lough pattern worth having in the box. As always, hopefully you found that video useful. If you did, do let us know below in the comments and hit the like button below. And a few other videos will be coming up on the screen now, so please do check those out as well. All the best, thank you.